And Kenya boasts of a diverse wildlife population that have over the years driven billions or $1 billion tourism industry. Despite this economic value, wildlife populations are increasingly facing habitat constraints as human populations grow. Trix Ingado reports of these challenges as well as efforts to curb human-wildlife conflict in the Mara.
Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve provides habitat for the largest concentration of wildlife and is a premium global tourism destination. The Mara's Musiara area has a high concentration of lions and cheetahs compared to other parts of the reserve. Poaching around Olololo escarpment in its northwestern section is also more frequent than elsewhere in the 1,510 kilometer square park, requiring more protection and conservation efforts. We spoke to Professor Judy Wahungu, who is a board member of the International Fund for Animal Welfare, and she explains some of the challenges facing human and wildlife populations in the area, with the biggest being habitat.
Animals, especially the big animals, what we like to call the keystone species, and these are elephants and rhinos, they need a lot of space. So the biggest danger posed to these animals is the space. Habitat loss and biodiversity loss is such a huge problem for these species. Now, we believe that the keystone species, especially the elephants and the rhino, when we provide space for them, we then provide space for all other species. Elephants, as you know, need a lot of space. And then we also refer to elephants as social engineers. Yeah, so they add value wherever they go.
With population increase, she says, a wholesome approach that brings together both people and animals is key, and that's the Room to Roam initiative.
It's vital. It's vital for anywhere and for any community that lives with these species. People in Nairobi don't live with animals, they live in their houses. But as you can see, the community here lives with the animals. The community leaders and the traditional chiefs from Botswana, from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, from Malawi must meet with the communities here so that they can compare and contrast their achievements and their challenges. We believe that if we do this together, it will strengthen each country's conservation principles. That is why they're here.
There's just so much to learn from the people that actually live with wildlife, and they don't get the opportunity in a lot of the international meetings and the international fora. And so something I said yesterday to them was, you are the holder of the wealth.
Currently, less than 400,000 elephants exist on the African continent. 1/3 of this population is concentrated in Zimbabwe and Kenya. This against a backdrop of an ever-growing African population of approximately 1.4 billion that's set to double in the next 4 decades. You find that, predictably, there shall be less and less room for animals. Far from the community members, rangers such as the Musiara squad are critical custodians of the environment. These rangers are the last line of defense for wildlife. This is a critical place where elephants have room to roam across the southern range lands.
Rangers are the frontline protection together with the communities. So the rangers must also live well. Traditionally, rangers had very poor housing, very poor equipment, and yet they're out there 24/7 with the wildlife, making sure the wildlife is safe. The rangers themselves have to be safe. The rangers have to be well fed. The rangers have to be healthy. The rangers must also be proud about the work that they do. If they are smart, they've slept well, they've eaten well, and they're respected within the community.
With IFAO's support, this camp has significantly been improved for the welfare of rangers and staff who were previously working in rundown facilities built in the 1960s. Trix Ingado, KTN News.